Guess who's back? It is I. What's up, y'all? Um, okay, so I know it take a little bit for it to start recording, but hi everybody. It is I, yours truly, aka Stop the Sage. Peace, love, and a bottle of hair grease. What's pimping? Okay. I have returned, child. It has been a lot that has been happening since my last video. I am no longer in Atlanta. Your girl is in San Diego. Okay, so I moved back to Cali. I'm back in Cali now. I've been manifesting this since 2022. Okay, and it finally happened. And on top of that, not only me being in Cali, your girl got her own place. Okay, so INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that? Not real. I got my own place. My birthday tomorrow. Low key, it has been a very bumpy road. Okay, it has been a very bumpy road, but nonetheless, I'm here. I am in my own place, my own space. Okay, it's Gemini season. My birthday tomorrow, like I explained today, yesterday. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good, and it's been a lot of changes, mostly internal, that I did want to discuss. Okay, you feel me? She got her own house. I ain't got my car yet, but we manifested a Lexus, okay? But she got her own house. She got her own car, okay? You feel me? And I had to realize I'm a tie and two be living alone with what I'm about to say, okay? So, as I'm really doing, thank you. As I'm really doing, more evolution, okay? Uh, I think it's about time for me to start reinstating my mission statement because I'm going to take this channel into a different direction. Okay. So when I first started, I was really inspired by like black occultists. Okay, so your Bobby Hemmings, your Bubba Panics, C.L. Freeman, and all that jazz. I thought that my sole purpose was just to help the melanated race on this planet. But come to find out, that's not so true. Okay, there are things, and I talked about this before. There are behaviors in uh, the black community that keeps them from ascending. And I'm talking to them because I have to come through as a channel through this vessel so I can speak to you objectively. And everything that I'm saying with love. Okay. So I can no longer enable black people by telling them they're gods. Yes, it's 100% fact that, you know, having melanin does give you an advantage. It does make you closer to the cosmos. It does give you genetic dominance if we were to incorporate evolution and a little bit of Darwinism. Okay. However, in this point in time, that's not going to be enough. Okay. And there are things about human behavior that I've observed over these past few years that has really made me change how I view humanity. Okay. Um, I'm to the point now I do not like humanity. I do not, and I'm not just saying that just to sound cool, but after not only learning about things about humanity and also experiencing humanity and what they do when they get kindness and what they do when they see a light, because most humans cannot generate their own. They can't. Most humans cannot. Most humans are not connected to source, and most humans cannot generate their own energy. So that's why it's a whole bunch of energy vampires walking around the planet at this time because they're just a lot of humans are disconnected from source, and I don't want to spend. And I don't want to. I want to hold the melanated race, particularly Black Americans, accountable. I don't want to keep telling y'all that you're our gods just because you have melanin. I think now it's time for me to start teaching things about how to manipulate the 3D via manipulating your vessel. Okay. And on top of that, incorporating uh psychology, a little bit more, because you know I'm a psych major, a little bit more biology, and I want to give y'all things on a practical level that y'all can actually use instead of just telling y'all about magic and telling y'all that y'all gods to make y'all feel good, because I am not a form of entertainment. Um, I'm about to turn 30 tomorrow. You feel me? I'm about to turn 30 tomorrow. I'm smack dab in my Saturn return. Saturn has been on my ass, and I've actually learned how to love Saturn. I've learned how to embrace Saturn instead of run from it. Now I'm more how you say that word? Saturn. I'm more Saturn based now. Okay, so I'm a lot more serious now. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm a lot more serious in terms of my approach towards humanity now. So first thing I learned, I don't fuck with humans. There are things that I've recently learned about humans. Uh, and I've been wanting to make a video. I say that all the time. I want to make a video about it, but it's just just don't know how to. I just realized I just gotta just keep doing, just do shit, like just do it. So humans, you gotta understand, humans are mammals. Okay, humans are mammals, and when you are a being who actually has a conscience, you may make the mistake of viewing other humans like you. Like, hey, I actually have empathy. I actually have compassion. I actually have a consciousness. I actually have great cognitive abilities. Okay. And I used to think everybody was like this, but now I'm starting to see, like, now in my life currently, I'm starting to see why I was outcasted from certain spaces, why I don't fit into certain spaces, why I don't have many friends. I'm starting to see why, because I keep thinking, and wherever I'm from, okay, I keep mistaking where I'm from intergalactically to thinking that this is where Earth is the same place. Like, I'm from somewhere where we don't do the shit that they do down here on Earth. Let's be very clear. So it's dawned on me that humans have natural impediments that keep them from operating on a higher functioning level. Okay, most humans are mammals. Okay, now another revisitation. I had to revisit the way that I think about women. Okay, so I know I've been talking about or getting on looking at things that human males do, but it's been brought to my attention not only through uh, research from another creator, but also my everyday experience, that it's not just it's not just the human male, it's also the human female. Okay, there are certain things about the human female that I was overlooking, that I didn't see. Okay, so that just really put everything into perspective for me. Like, I can't fuck with humans at all. It's just humankind. And one of those things is, a lot of humans, one, they're very sexually driven, especially here in the black community. A lot of y'all are freak the fuck out. Everything is about sex. Everything is about hunching. The black community is producing at a very alarming rate, to the point that you can't provide the proper care for your offspring. That's a problem for me. And I'm not just talking about financially, I'm also talking about spiritually and emotionally. Again, it boiled down to humans being mammals. Y'all like to freak, y'all like to hunch, and the sexual responsibility is really just getting out of control. And I used to think that it was because of patriarchy that the women were brainwashed into this behavior. But it's been brought to my attention that that's literally the human female at her lowest is extremely lustful, just like the male. And it makes a lot of sense because if man came from woman, you're gonna inherit some of those traits. Okay, so let's start there. One, black community, y'all are having children, y'all freaked out, and y'all having children that y'all can't emotionally, financially, and physically provide for. That's not fair. Number two, the lack of wanting to explore education, the lack of wanting to explore other cultures. Unacceptable. Okay. Unacceptable. Anything that is not what you deem in the eyes of the black community is demonic. Anything Japanese, Turkish, Brazilian, anything that's different from y'all culture, y'all don't like. Okay. So this is why although black Americans are talented, although we are the most impactful, there's another spectrum to that. You can also be the most ignorant. And I remember I was watching a teacher who had said that either Bobby or I think it was Bobby who said that like with melanin can make you very enlightened, like on some samurai monk, I'm levitating when I meditate type shit. But melanin can also be like a tranquilizer. Like it can also put you so deep in the trenches that you don't even want to know how to get out. Okay, so anything that's of culture, you don't want to explore. So you're limited in terms of education. Nobody wants to seek out higher education. Nobody wants to. Okay. Number three, I found out that if you're actually alone, that means you have a higher IQ. Humans being mammals, humans are communal. We've talked about this. And, they need each other. Okay? So this is why most people, if you want to profit off something really quick, you can easily make content or sell content about relationships. Okay? Even when I'm on Twitter, I'm this close to delete my Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter like I was like a few years back, but even when I do go on Twitter, everything is about relationships. Okay? Y'all are humans are so codependent. It's ridiculous. Y'all are so fucking codependent. It disgusts me to the point where, like I said, these past few months have made me more serious. This is like probably the most serious I've ever been. I'm more serious. I don't talk to strangers like that. It's gonna be to a point where a motherfucker try to talk to me, I'm gonna get the barking. Flat out. I'm gonna just get the barking. I don't fuck with y'all here. I don't fuck with humans here. I don't fuck with y'all. So, cause y'all dangerous. Okay? So, relationships, okay? Extremely a codependent, y'all are a codependent species, okay? And you can see this in, again, the black community. This is why I would no longer enable you, because if you look at y'all culture too, what are y'all niggas currently doing? Y'all niggas are currently doing that. What's that shit called? The 20 versus 1, where y'all popping the balloons. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? And then two, what irritates me the most is there's so much disarray and confusion in the black community, and y'all are the only group of people in the fucking world that do this. Y'all are the only group of people who are arguing about gender roles. Every fucking podcast is, well, if a woman go 50-50, I should do this. Well, if a man can be a provider, I can't be my feminine. If he's not a provider, that's just hard for... Y'all are the only motherfuckers on the planet doing this stupid shit. This is so fucking stupid. There is no organization. There is no structure. And I'm moving into a space in my life where I need discipline and I need structure. If there's no discipline around me or no structure around me, I'm not coming around. I'm not doing it. I'm not coming around. I'm not entertaining it. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Okay. So that's another reason why I'm not enabling y'all. The nuclear family system, or the family system that y'all trying to have, there's no structure to it. There's no structure because you niggas are on podcasts having the same fucking topics about the same stupid ass shit. Okay. Number 5. The black community, y'all don't like women. Okay. Men don't like women and women don't like women. Okay. Men don't like the women and the women don't like the women. Okay. And then I had to come to the conclusion where a lot of people in the black community, y'all condone abuse. Y'all condone, and it just is what it is. Y'all condone abuse, bad behavior, and delinquency, and I'm not here for it. And I'm not about to dedicate my mission to help a group of people who don't give a fuck. Y'all niggas don't give a fuck. And then y'all will come and then watch my content in hopes that I say some shit to make you feel better about being black. But every day you're not doing anything. You're not changing your subconscious. You're not rewiring your nervous system. You're not picking different friends. You're not reevaluating your customs that you've been taught, because the customs that you've been taught aren't fucking working. They're not working. And until y'all admit that, that's what you'll always be. So I don't want y'all watching my content, and I don't want y'all thinking that because I told you I'm not pro-black, and I used to think that my mission was to help the melanated race due to the fact that, and I guess the mystery school in Egypt, the cult school in Egypt, I thought it was my job to do that, to reinstate the mystery school. But then I'm being presented with new ideas, and I'm being presented with new insights. You niggas is not ready for no occult knowledge. Off the simple fact you can't even understand how, if you were to have a nuclear family, you wouldn't even understand how to make it function. You wouldn't, because y'all don't know your roles. Nobody knows their roles. Like I said, there are any really masculine figures. Everybody's just doing their own thing. And then too, my biggest haters are black people. I hate to say it. My biggest haters are black people. I've never, ever, and I be around white people. I went to school with white people, all different types of people, Pakistani, Indian, Asian. Never in the history of my life have I had so much hate towards me from my own people. And it's to the point where you niggas don't like me. I don't like you niggas either. I'm so sorry that y'all let the Western world beat up your self-esteem. And then you look at somebody like me, who has a healthy self-esteem, and it bothers you. Okay? It bothers you. It really does. So that's one of the reasons why niggas don't like me either, because I have a high self-esteem. I never let the Western world dictate to me. Girl, bye. I never let the Western world dictate to me who I was. Okay? I don't even want to speak on how to know your roles. Like I said, my mission statement is not to get y'all to have better because that's really all heterosexual relationships are. Okay? Really, the women are supposed to be the leaders of the planet, but the women can't be leaders of the planet because they're too busy chasing and worried about dick. Let's just be honest. Women, they can't be leaders of the planet because they so obsessed with dick. They so obsessed with this fairy tale love, the concept of love, and when really, yes, there are special relationships out there, but inherently, 95% of the time, heterosexual relationships are just for reproduction and sex. That's really it. There's nothing else really to it. Okay. So I can't, y'all know my motto. I don't really know, though. I don't even want to have a role. I'm just taking autonomy over my life, showing up on this camera because this is my purpose, and teaching y'all alchemy and transmutation and how to change your self concept so you can manifest and get to what the fuck you want to in this 3D world. Okay. I don't feel like I'm a relationship person because I feel like relationships are a distraction. Y'all know my motto. And even any man that comes to me, I treat myself like a business. So if a man wants to come into my life, he's going to have to invest in this business so I can continue to do this because this is my purpose. My purpose is to speak. Gemini season, to speak, to give y'all information. Okay. That is my dating. Okay. That's how I've taken autonomy over my reality. And that's why every man that comes to me knows I'm not fucking with you unless you doing something for me. Because if you're not doing nothing for me, to me, you just in a way. But that's just me. That's just me because I have something to do. Only because, not because I'm being selfish, I'm being arrogant, I'm being spoiled, I'm being a brat. I have a goal that I'm trying to achieve. Like a business. I have something that I'm trying to achieve. Anything that deters me from that goal is considered a liability and I cannot entertain it. That's where and you have to figure out where your values are too. So understand where your values are. That's my values. My values is I value my purpose. Okay, me getting on this camera, my YouTube video, my name, ShyTheSage, this is a legacy that I'm trying to establish. So dating, romance, I don't have time for it. And the reason why a lot of people are obsessed with relationships is because they have no purpose. They don't have shit else to going on besides fucking. Okay, ain't nothing else that y'all do. And then two, you gotta understand a lot of black women don't like other black women. I've had a recent run-in with a older black lady who was supposed to help me, but I clock shit. I'm very observant, so I clock everything. Microaggressions. I'm the type of person I let a motherfucker talk and I observe. I can't speak. I clock microaggressions, passive aggressive behavior. You cannot run game on me, baby. I be clocking emotional manipulation too, because I had that experience in childhood, but I didn't know what it was. But women will really cry as a form of manipulation. That shit is crazy to me. Women will really like sit up there and cry and use guilt and a sob story as a form of manipulation. That shit is crazy to me. Or a whole time being envious and hating you. So because the women are supposed to be the leaders of the planet, is that going to happen? No, because the women are so focused on male validation and penis. That's pretty much it. They don't care about nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. So I have to realize that but don't get me wrong, I still ride for black women. I laid out my life for black women, but some of these hoes, yeah, and come to find out, the old girl, she was a Pisces. That's what I'm saying. Water signs. I be seeing water signs. I have no water in my chart. So maybe at times I can lack a little bit of empathy. But I think that lack of empathy, that's crazy. The girl was a Pisces. That's so crazy. The girl who tried to do that, she was a Pisces. And she was supposed to be helping me while I get on my feet before I moved into my apartment. Because I wasn't staying long. I didn't stay long. I only stayed a couple months. But even in that couple months, I just started to notice little microaggressive shit. And I made boundaries. And some women will really get mad at you because you don't want to be their friend. Like, people think that because they're in proximity to you, that they're obligated to have exchange with you. You feel me? Like, them water signs, I be seeing that. Like, my daddy was a Cancer. Manipulation, you cannot emotionally manipulate me, baby. I am an air sign. I got air, fire, and water. I mean, air, fire, and air, fire, and earth in my chart. I have no water in my chart. So all that, I don't do none of that. If it don't make sense in the mind, to me, I'm not. It don't. If it don't make sense in the mind to me, I don't give a like. It just. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm not considering it. If it doesn't make sense in my mind, I'm not considering it. So, but yeah, people. I had to find out too about women. Women will get mad at you because you don't want to be a friend. And I wasn't being rude. It's just, okay, I picked some things about you that I'm not really fucking with, but you know what? I'm still gonna be respectful around the house, and I'm still getting my shit together. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still making my moves in silence, and then apparently that's a problem. So I had to find that out about women. So certain things about women I had to find out. So I'm just saying these are just the things I'm realizing. Like I said about the black community, I just really don't really fuck with. Like I just don't, and I'm not gonna be honest. I think I'm a little prejudiced against all humans. It's like, damn, am I like racist? Like, and I had to like really like look at myself, like, damn, like, yeah, like, bro, that shit is weird. Like, motherfuckers get mad at Bond. That shit is so weird. So I had to realize, like, damn, am I racist? Am I like something wrong with me? Like, cause I know I don't hate myself. Because, you know, racism, I'm like, okay, I'm not Uncle Ruckus because Uncle Ruckus hates himself, okay? So it's like, I'm not Uncle Ruckus. I don't hate myself. It's just, I'm just noticing behaviors in black people that I just don't fuck with. So I've been told y'all, well, now it's for real. Now I don't like, sometimes I will associate, but you can count me out the Black Lives Matter shit, count me out of opinions about relationships, count me out about that Meg Thee Stallion shit, count me out enabling abuse, count me out about protecting the black man, count me out of all that shit, nigga. Count me out of all that shit. Like, my job is to, like I said, I think I just been given instructions. So here I'm restating my mission. So my platform is going to be redirected towards practical things that really actually help you. Like somebody asked me about the law of assumption. Yes, the law of assumption is very real. If you assume a reality that you will want to experience, you can have it. The only trick is you have to maintain that vibration regardless of 3D circumstances. So I was told, or I learned by this other creator that, which helped me, okay? I learned by how you cannot be swayed by your third dimensional reality when you're trying to manifest something or bring forth a desire or bring forth something that you would like to see in your reality. She explained that, okay. Oh, another creator explained this too. Okay, so you gotta understand the 3D is like a toilet, okay? And I know that's a weird, okay, so third dimensional density is like a toilet. Your third dimensional density is just a reflection of your past thoughts, okay? Now, if you keep engaging with your third dimensional density, you're gonna keep yourself in a loop. So you have to break the, like, if you keep responding to the 3D, you're gonna keep yourself in a loop, okay? A lot of things in third dimension, they come about slower compared to the fifth dimension and above, okay? Even the fourth dimension, okay? So you have to understand your current 3D reality is like a toilet. Once you've already like, and okay, so let's say your while looking in that toilet, let's say that your fecal matter is a representation of your old waste. That's a perfect example. So think about when you take a shit, right? When you take a shit in the toilet and you look in it and you flush it, your shit is just a physical manifestation of all the previous food that you had over the past few days, right? We can confirm that, right? That's all fecal matter is, okay? So once you flush the toilet down, okay, I'm going to change this reality, aka I'm going to flush down the toilet. Bam, it's gone. Do you go back into the toilet and look and see if your fecal matter is there? No, you don't. Okay, because you knew for a fact you flushed it down the toilet, aka you're changing your thoughts, you're changing the way that you're responding. So you looking into the toilet, looking for the shit that you just flushed down the toilet, it's never coming back. But if you keep thinking about where the shit is, you're going to get stuck in that loop of thinking about that old fecal matter that's already gone. So you have to break the loop by not engaging in your third dimensional density. Even when you're watching this video right now and you see the stuff around you, your current environment is a representation of your old thoughts. Okay, you manifested to get to this place. You manifested, your thoughts and your beliefs led you to where you are. I don't know where y'all watching this video. If y'all watching it at home, so for example, if you want to move into a new apartment, if you don't like your old apartment, that's just a reflection of what you thought you needed and what you thought you wanted from your old thoughts. But you break the cycle by creating new thoughts, because it's like you have to create new thoughts, make actions, and then not engage in your third dimensional process. Because my apartment, I manifested my fucking apartment. I didn't think it was like, it took me a while. I manifested my fucking apartment. I have an apartment in San Diego. Okay, I said that I want to have an apartment in San Diego, and I would like to live downtown. Guess who got an apartment in San Diego? Who's living in downtown San Diego? I'm a city girl for real. You ain't a city girl. You a shit. Okay. So, and I remember I was manifesting this while I was in Georgia. And I said, I was very specific too. I'm like, I need to be in a space where it's sunlight. Okay. The last place I was seeing that, dark as hell, like a fucking vampire lair, because I was living with a demon technically. But it was like a fucking vampire lair. It was no, for like the way it was positioned, like no sunlight could hit the doors where, you know, it couldn't do it. So at that moment, I'm like, okay, this is where, and you have to persist. Okay, you have to persist. So I don't know. I'm not perfecting. I'm kind of perfecting manifestation. Y'all silly. I'm kind of perfecting manifestation, but you know, I'm learning that you can't just listen to coaches. You have to figure out what's your own method. So that is a method that I did here. That's helped me kind of detach from the 3D. And also too, another way to detach from the 3D, this only works for, I guess, women, I guess. Okay, so you have to think of the 3D, the three-dimensional density, like a man. And when I heard this, I'm like, damn, that do make sense, because in Kemetic mythology, Geb, the earth, like the physical earth, like the actual planet, Geb is depicted as a man, like Earth. Like y'all seen that picture where it's Geb, and then I think it's Shu, that's the sky, and then there's Newt, she just hanging over. Geb in Kemetic mythology is depicted as the physical Earth, like the mountains, the ground. So I'm like, damn, that do make sense. Like the physical Earth is Geb. So when you are a woman, okay, she said visualize the 3D as a man. Okay, you're not chasing the 3D. You don't chase a man. You're never chasing a man. Okay, you have to make your internal conditions catch up to you. So you maintaining that vibration is going to make the 3D, aka Geb, aka that masculine force, mold into what you need it to be. I don't mean like mold like a relationship. I don't believe in manipulation in relationships. But you get what I'm saying. Like, so that's one thing I did hear about. So I think I'm gonna make, y'all want to hear another video on this, I can do that. I think I am gonna go into a little bit deeper. But that's how you ignore your 3D reality. And then two, you also have to change your self-concept. And I recently learned too, and I've been feeling in my body, because I didn't have the ability to process my emotions as a child. I was just for years, I just been feeling like this stuck energy in my body, and I'm like, okay, is it my nervous system? I'm doing like my nervous system, like it's not that. So it's just like, not only do you not have to react to the 3D with your circumstances, you have to change your subconscious, change the stories that you've been telling about yourself. If you're constantly holding on to the stories, I've been hurt, this person did this to me. I know some men right now still hurt because they got their heart broke at 15. Hey, get your butt down. Yeah. They still hurt about their them getting their heart broke when they was 15 years old. And then they in their 30s. So how 15, 20 years later, how 15, 20 years later, you're still holding on to that identity. Okay, so you're holding on to the things that your parents said about you, that your family said about you. Oh, this person did this to me. Oh, I got cheated on. Oh, I got betrayed. Like, that can't go. It's like, it can't. And I've tried. Like, it can't go into my cat talked back. Like, we have a very strong connection, and we both got Aries moons. Like, but that's my dog though. Like, she be talking. That's my dog. But yeah, so you have to change that, your self-concept. Holding on, if you still view yourself as a victim of your previous circumstances, you're not gonna get what you want, okay? Or you might get it, or if you do get it, you're not gonna be able to maintain it, okay? Because you're still operating through the new identity. It takes time. And then number 2, I recently found out that little girl, leave it alone. Thank you. So I recently found out that okay, so you have 2. You have your ethereal body, aka your emotional body. So I was like, damn, I'm going to sleep to these nervous system things, and it's not working. It's because I recently found out, okay, my pain body or my ethereal body or your emotional body, okay, is still holding on to things, because as a child, I had to choose between attachment for survival and authenticity. I didn't like my family. I didn't like my parents, but I knew I had to be with them to survive. Okay, so I had to shut down, a lot of myself, and then as a result, I was holding on to a lot of things in my ethereal body, which became my pain body. So I found a technique to do that too. You have to observe, like, you really have to remind yourself that, okay, like, you have to fill your vessel. Like, okay, I understand that. It's like you have to detach your body from your emotional body, and then you have to separate the observer. So you literally have to observe yourself. Okay, I'm a soul in this body. I exist in 2 forms in this realm. Because your emotional body too is you in the 4D. So your emotional body is you in the 4D. Okay, so, and then your physical body is how you manifest in the 3D. Is how you showing up in the 3D. Okay, so you have to become the observer and observe all of these things. Like, I can't explain it. It's like you gotta, like, I don't know, like, imagine like you know how in Assassin's Creed, I've used this example before, how in Assassin's Creed, when you're playing the game, or like Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto, how you actually see the full player when you're playing it. Okay, that's how you really gotta, like, look at it. Okay, and then you have to, if there is pain that come up, you have to simply observe it. If you observe it and let it pass, then your body, it's like your vessel has to regenerate. Your vessel has to regenerate to your current reality so you can get to where you're trying to go. And sometimes our physical body, especially if we've been through a lot of trauma, still gets stored in the body. So our physical trauma and our emotional trauma are in the past. And here in our mind, aka like the 5D and above, we're trying to go forward. Okay, but Spirit is going to put obstacles in your way or help you deal with certain situations to trigger you so you can acknowledge it and then leave it out the way. So that's why I realized what happened with me and the lady I was briefly staying with. Like, I'm like, okay, because I was telling Spirit, like, damn, Spirit, like, I thought I was done dealing with these fucking toxic ass motherfucking people. Yes, nigga, I am an alien. Congratulations, catch out the bag. So it's like, okay, like when I was with that lady, I'm like, damn, Spirit, I thought I told you I didn't want to be around people like this no more. Like, I thought I was escaping one situation just to get in another situation. And then it dawned on me, like, oh, this person is triggering this one last wound that I gotta get through to get to where I wanna go. So when I reckon, it's like, I be having the cheat codes to this shit. Like, I don't, like, I'm to the point where, and I don't know, Spirit be mad at me, but sometimes if I know it's a lesson, I be going around it. So it's like I don't actually be participating in it, but my mind be detached from my body and be like, all right, I know this is a lesson. So let me go ahead and draw these boundaries. Let me go ahead and apply for my apartment. Let me go ahead and start making the steps because I'm not even entertaining. I'm not even engaging in this individual because this individual is just a representation. Again, this woman is just a representation of my old self. And she's a physical representation of what I need to heal, the last thing I need to heal before I can go into that new reality that I was promised. And sure enough, that's what happened. And sometimes these motherfuckers can show up like NPCs. Because most of the people who do trigger you, 9 times out of 10, they're just NPCs so you can advance in your video game. That's really all it is. Like in the moment, it might not seem like that. And then you have to figure out where your wounds are from your childhood. I deal with a lot of provoking spirits, okay? I deal with a lot of people who try to provoke anger out of me. And that's how I know it's a lesson. Okay, when you constantly want to beef with me, when you constantly want to raise bait, people who start, because I grew up in an environment like that where we was taught that, okay, parents should honor and respect children should honor and respect their parents. But whole time when I was growing up, the fucking adults was, enraging the child. And after that Bible verse, it says, but do not provoke the child. I was being provoked constantly because all I really wanted to do was just be left the fuck alone. And then whole time when I try to lash out, try to prove myself, then I'm the bad guy. So then now I realized it was a lesson like, oh, you're just a manifestation. I've seen this before. I know what this is. I know what you are. You're a manifestation of this entity or this thing or this principality from my maternal bloodline. And then once you figure that out, you gotta just, the only thing you gotta worry about is just removing yourself from the 3D. Okay? So it's just, that's how you do it. It's very hard. I get it. It's very hard. It's very, very, very hard because, and I think learning more information too has, child, this shit'll make you go crazy. This shit is purposely designed for you to have a mental breakdown, especially if you're neurodivergent. This shit is purposely designed for you to have a mental breakdown. So you gotta have a North Star. Okay. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more. On, manifesting and stuff and how to basically manipulate your reality. Okay, I think that's where I'm focusing on because you have to. And number two, you also have to learn how to. You also have to learn how to control the human self. Okay, so now I'm understanding what the Baphomet represents. So the Baphomet is just a representation of the human animal self. So eating them damn cookies, you shouldn't be eating. Eating all that GMO food that you shouldn't be eating. Having them urges to want to hunch all day when you shouldn't really be hunching, and it's a STI pandemic out here that you don't want to get caught up in. So in order for you to, so this is why I want to bring back into my mission statement too. I can't teach you occult knowledge if you don't know how to control your humanity, which is your. And don't get me wrong, I have vices. Baby, I'm never going to turn down a glass of champagne, honey. Okay? I'm never going to turn down a gin martini, honey. Okay? My vice is drinking. I like to drink. Okay? I like to drink a lot of wine. If there's shots involved, especially if it's on the high, I don't buy them. But somebody's like, hey, you want a shot? You damn skippy. You damn skippy. I do want a shot. You damn skippy. So I'm not saying I'm not perfect either. Because I love music. If when it comes to a drink, I'm going to have one. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, okay, but I like to drink. Okay, I like drinking. Look, especially champagne and wine. I cannot turn down on champagne and wine. But yeah, I can't teach you, or I can't teach, I can't just teach the black race how to the language of the mystery school when most people don't even know how to control their 3D body. Okay, meaning controlling your thoughts, controlling your urges. This is really a lot harder, especially for men too, because men have natural impediments that they need to overcome. Okay, and then changing, and then how to get over things like it's in human nature to want validation. It's in human nature to want it's in human nature to want to be around a lot of people. But just because it's human nature, just because it's a natural inclination, that doesn't mean you pursue it. Okay, and I'm realizing that just because you have an urge to do something, okay, and a lot of it does have to do with not only survival, humans being codependent and all, but it has a lot to do with uh, dopamine. Okay, I took in my cognitive psychology class. I learned how addictions work. Addictions work because of dopamine receptors. When you do something, either smoke or drink, you're getting dopamine. Dopamine is like a happiness. Okay, it's like a happy drug. It's a neurotransmitter for your brain that makes you feel happy. Okay, it makes you feel happy, and every time you smoke or drink or bust a nut or whatever you want to do, you get that sense of dopamine. So it's things like that I can't just say I just want to help black people, because if you ask me, because of melanin, niggas are the worst. That's why they call them chaos beings. Niggas are the worst. Like I said, melanin could either make you like a Jedi samurai monk, okay? With melanin, you can either be a Jedi samurai monk who's really disciplined, who can walk on water and shit, or you can really just be an ignorant motherfucker, okay? And then that's why I see why they call us chaos beings, okay? Because I was watching the Boondocks, right? Y'all know I love me some Boondocks. I don't know if y'all remember the episode where Steve Mean and his friends had came back to avenge him. What was it? It was Red Fox, JJ Walker, and what's that other girl name? She played did she play? I don't know. She played on one of them old sitcoms, but they just did an adaptation of them. And then you remember in the end when Riley asked them like, "Okay, but why are you doing this?" He was like, "Because we's niggas. We like to fuck shit up. Basically, when shit going good, we like to fuck shit up." Okay, like I don't know if y'all remember Red Fox. He said that in the Boondocks, but he was just like, "We just niggas. Like if we wasn't gonna be picking on you and terrorizing y'all, we was just gonna be terrorizing somebody else." He was just like, "We just niggas," and I'm like, "Damn, that's chaos being." So you see that every time, don't you? Every time niggas get together in a function, we just want to be cool. It's always a group of niggas that come and fuck it up because a lot of niggas don't, and a lot of niggas don't like peace. A lot of black people don't like peace. And I think it has a lot to do with not only our physical impediments, but I think it has a lot to do with, again, we have a unique history over here in the Western world. Slavery. A lot of our nervous system have taken on the abuse of how motherfuckers used to be treated during slavery. So if niggas don't want to let that go, okay. I know a lot of females a lot of women are very aggressive. Me, never been in a fight, never was in a fight. I think, oh girl, I think that's what she wanted to do. The Pisces I was telling y'all about, I think that's what she wanted me to do. She wanted to provoke me to put hands on her. Baby, I'm not putting my hands on you because of a nigga moment. I will call the police. And sometimes I feel like too, for chaos beings, I think I'm starting to think like the white man was meant as an opposing agent to tame niggas. I'm really starting to think that I'm really starting, because you got the law of polarity. You got the law of polarity, right? Thank you for the super chat. You have the law of polarity, right? So I think the white man was made to be an opposition for that chaos. That's how I feel. Because in the Boondocks, what did they say? They was just like, the best way to end a nigga moment is jail. And then Grandpa was like, oh yeah, jail, yeah. Go watch that episode. The episode when Stick Meaner's friends came back and they had Bushido Brown. Go watch that episode. Like, that episode really hit me like, damn. Like, sometimes you really do have to call the police on niggas. Because like I said, these people will really try, they will really try to kill you. They'll try to kill you. They will. Your own people will really try to kill you, bro. So it's like, at this point, there's nothing that you can do. You gotta let niggas be niggas. Now, don't get me wrong, niggas be entertaining. Yeah, I mean, you can accept other people. Yeah, I wouldn't say accepting, but I'll just be like, all right, that's how you operate. No, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't even say that. I tried that, honey. Like I said, I tried that. Don't judge a book by its cover. No, judge a book by its cover. That's called discernment. When you have to, I used to be like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm no longer loving light. I'm like, I've been so serious about how I feel about humanity, because for the first 29 years, like I said, I'm finna be 30 tomorrow. For the first 29 years of my life, I've implemented that, and it's got me nowhere. So you're telling me you want me to use another 29 years of my life? You want me to use another 29 years of my life to... No, I'm not. You have to even like, then they even mentioned in the Bible, like the Bible even mentions how horrible humans are. Humans are naturally, so that's two. You have to treat all humans like a loaded gun. Like, I don't know if some of y'all went through gun training, but treat all humans like a loaded gun. It's dangerous until proven safe. That's how because and then this is why too, a lot of mystical creatures, a lot of extraterrestrials, a lot of the mythical creatures, they don't show themselves because humans are dangerous. Like in the movie Shrek. Shrek did not want to be around a lot of humans because Shrek understood, because I'm different. Shrek was just a motherfucker who just wanted to live on his swamp, honey. He just wanted to live on his swamp, have his little food. If he had to go out, he had to go out. But Shrek just wanted to live by himself, unbothered. Okay? And because you're different, from humans, you're perceived as a threat. Okay? So, motherfuckers mentioned in the Bible, that's fine. Even in the Bible, it says that all men are liars. Even in the Bible, it says that all men are liars. And they're not just talking about physical men. I mean, just human males. They're not just talking about males. They're talking about mankind. Men. All men are liars. Most humans are deceptive. And once especially if you are old soul, if you are an advanced soul, you have to look at it in reverse. It's up to Okay, so let me break it down like this. So for the humans who are just new to their human experience, they have to look at humanity in a good, positive light. But for the old souls, our basis for interacting with humanity is to treat them like a loaded gun. Okay? Because we've been there, we done that, especially for motherfuckers who saying like, oh, this is my last reincarnation. Okay, so if this is your last reincarnation, you gotta prove it. So, old souls, our job is to look at humans at their worst first. That is our assignment. It's like old souls, we have to do everything in reverse from humans. I realize that everything is in reverse when it comes to us. So you have to look at humans like a loaded gun because they're dangerous, because you're different. And it's been a known fact. It's been a known fact that humans destroy anything that they don't understand. If they can't that's why it used to be dragons here. Where are the dragons? It used to be a whole bunch of, it used to be like Earth was so filled of different creatures, fairies, gnomes, whole extraterrestrials. But why don't they come around no more? Because humans have devolved. They've evolved so much because they're dangerous. Anything that's not, that they don't deem familiar, they gotta destroy. It's like a virus. Like you gotta view like humans being a virus in the matrix. So if here you come with your big ass bright light, here you come, you know, here you come an earth angel, here you come shining, here you come just being a goddess or a god, just reincarnated in a body, and then you wonder why you don't do well in groups. You wonder why you're ostracized in groups. Because anything that a virus doesn't compute, it destroys. They gonna view you like the virus because you're not like them, basic, malleable in the mind, trendy in your thinking. You're not a part of the group think. This is why elevated souls, certain souls, groups are not for you. Get the fuck out that group. That's why they're treating your ass like that. That's why you don't get along in groups, because they're not for you. You're different. And anything humans don't comprehend, again, think of it like an animal. Anything that's a threat to an animal, its instinct is to destroy it, is to kill it. No different than a human being. So now that's going to be more of my content. We are not having compassion towards humanity in a way of love and light. We're treating humanity like the animals that they are until they can prove that they are self-actualized. If they are not self-actualized, they are a danger. You can be the most chill, and like you can be the most chill person ever. You cannot bother nobody. And I know you ever been that person. You don't bother nobody. You mind your fucking business. And then here they come, trying to start shit with you because I'm on my business. You don't like me because I'm on my business. What type of shit is that? You don't like me because I don't bother you. What the hell? That's what I'm saying. They're weird, bro. Humans are weird. They're strange creatures because and it took me 29 years to rationalize it, but the simple answer is humans are just mammals. Homo erectus. And the only reason why humans look the way that they do, aside from the Homo erectus, was because of extraterrestrial influence. They took their DNA and the Homo erectus DNA, mixed it together, and was just like, all right, niggas, we need y'all to get to work. We need you to do something for us. So this is why we create you. So that is my new mission statement. I don't like humans. I don't fuck with humans. I don't fuck with you niggas. I don't. I'm not viewing everybody as, oh, give everybody a chance. No. If you are whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, a star seed, an old soul, an extraterrestrial, earth angel, if you are a celestial being, you have to treat humans like a loaded gun. They are dangerous until proven safe. Bottom line, anytime that you try to do anything else, you will be fucked. I guarantee you. You will be fucked. It will come back to bite you in the ass. That is what I learned over my 29 years over the sun. And it's about to be 30 in about a few hours. Well, I'm on West Coast time. I don't know what time y'all are. I'm on West Coast time. So, yeah, and it's okay. And let me be the one to validate y'all. It's okay to not only like niggas, but not to like humans either. It's okay. It's okay. Because most humans don't even love themselves, honey. So that is my reinstatement in this channel. We're going to go more toward, I think the angle I was coming from uh, was, I think, more of a light, you know, but it is time to integrate another polarity. So I am just gonna make that a fact. So both men and women are horrible fucking people, and y'all need to know that if you're gonna deal with them. I'm being so serious. Yeah, I'm familiar with the gin, honey. Y'all are some different. Y'all a different type of species, child. So yeah. So yeah, I think my channel is just for humans, people who actually want to self actualize. Pretty much it. If you wanna, and then look at my other video. If you wanna know what self actualization is, look at my other video. Why most people can't love. And I told you most people can't love because most people are stuck at the bottom of the physiological pyramid of getting their needs met. Because the 1% hoard the resources. So if you're wondering why, especially, and I think mostly it's America too. I do blame humans all. I think they are like this across the globe. But you got to understand in America too, because in America, you have to understand America is the root. Like the earth has different chakra points. The earth has different energy points around it. America is literally at the smack dab center of the root chakra. We're at the lowest of the low. This is literally, and your root chakra is located where? In your anus. Okay. We're literally in the anus of the world if you think about America. I want you to think about that. We're literally in the anus of the world. That's why they act like that around here. At least in other countries, like Europe and the Asian countries, hell, even some of the African countries, at least they have some type of structure. They be like, look, like in Dubai, certain things you can't do in Dubai. They like, you can't shake ass in restaurants here in Dubai. You take that shit somewhere else, and they will lock your ass up. And I used to think like, damn, that is kind of strict. But me growing a little bit older and interacting with a little bit more people, yeah, I can see why other countries got certain rules. I can see why they got certain rules and regulations. So yeah, you should get your ass locked up for twerking on the couch. You animal. They should lock your ass up in Dubai. I don't blame them. Because over here in America, they lost their damn mind over here. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, that's really what I am basing my channel on. This is no longer a pro-black channel. I might lose some people. I understand the concepts that I might be talking about might be a little advanced because that was brought to my attention during the reader. Okay. A lot of y'all do not know what quantum leaping is. And I'm going to help explain it. So we're going to be talking about quantum physics mixed with a little psychology with a little bit of biology, because I have, in order, if you are interested in occult information, you have to first learn how to, like the Baphomet, you have to be the Baphomet. You have to, how the Baphomet is half man, half celestial, half goat, half celestial being. Okay, so again, the goat just represents humans' animalistic nature, aka the Homo erectus. Okay, so that is what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you niggas are gods, cause you niggas not acting like it. You niggas are embarrassing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, black people are gods and we are the dominant gene. I'm not doing that shit no more. Just for y'all to go, just for y'all to click up the video and do the same shit, do the same bullshit. Just for y'all to fucking go online and participate in 50-50 debates. I'm not doing that shit. You not finna use me as an ego stroke. You're not finna use me as a form of entertainment. Now I see what Panic and Bobby were talking about. You're not finna use me as a form of entertainment. You're not gonna do it. Because I'm dedicating my life to this, and I'm genuinely telling the truth, and you thinking I'm stroking your ego. That's like a slap in my face to my entire existence. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to boost you niggas up. I'm not. Sorry. Maybe at a certain point in time we needed that, but I'm in my numerology second year. So last year was about claiming my independence, which I did. Second year is about collaborations. Not really good at collaborations. I'm like Batman. I like to work alone. uh, like I said, I don't know I don't know what that like. I know it got to do with collaborations and partnerships. I've been telling Spirit, if you're gonna bring a man into my life, he better have a bag. He better have some money because I'm not. I'm paying my own shit now, and I'm real strict. Okay, and the year of the steak is really good. Okay, we are. It's been good. I thought last year was gonna be like real transformative, but this year, very transformative. I think last year was just like. I think last year was just the initiation. This year is actually like the implementation. Okay. Um, So yeah, I'm not really a big numerology person. I just do astrology. Oh, speaking of astrology, make sure y'all get a natal chart package. It's my birthday tomorrow. Support your girl, and like I said, your natal chart package is all about you. Okay, so my natal chart packages are over 20 pages long. Them shits are long. Okay, and I spent a lot of time to do them. So please inquire about a natal chart package. It's my birthday. Support your girl. And like I said, how don't you want to know about you? The whole packet is dedicated to you. It's just talking about you, all your aspects, all your house placements. Is you. Okay, that should be long. I think the longest I did was one in December. I think that was like 45 pages. But that was including the regular reading, the past life reading, and the solar return reading. So that was like 20 pages. I mean, like 45 pages. I'm sorry. Um, but okay, I wasn't intending on being here this long. I did say I wanted to show my face. I have been procrastinating, but I am here. So I wanted to tell y'all, thank y'all for joining me. Get a natal chart package. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and I see y'all again soon. Bye.